If you only have one source of income, you're one step away from financial stress. Because the truth is, most people rely on a paycheck. But the people who build real wealth, they build multiple income streams that work for them, not just when they're working. In this video, I'm breaking down the 4 types of income everyone should have, what they are, how they work, and how you can start building each one today, even if you're starting from zero. Let's start with the most familiar type of income, the one you probably already have. It's called earned income, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You trade your time, energy, and skills to earn a paycheck. Whether you're working a 9-to-5, freelancing, or driving for Uber, this is income that comes directly from your labor. You put in the hours, you get paid. And to be fair, earned income has its advantages. It's reliable, it's the easiest to get started with, and it forms the financial foundation for most people. It's how you pay your bills, support your lifestyle, and build your savings. But here's the catch. Earned income is active. If you stop working, if you get sick, lose your job, or just need a break, the money stops too. And no matter how hard you work, your time is limited. There's only so much you can do in a day. And that means your income has a ceiling. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're making $5,000 a month as a graphic designer. You take on client projects, meet deadlines, and you get paid for your time. Great, but if you stop working for even 1 month, that income disappears. Now imagine if instead you used part of that $5,000 to invest in an income-producing asset, like a dividend stock or a digital product that sells on autopilot. Now you're not just working for money, you're building other income streams that can eventually pay you, even when you stop. So here's the takeaway. Earned income is where most people start, and that's okay. But if you want freedom, you can't stay here forever. You need to use this income as fuel to build the next 3 types, the ones that give you flexibility, scalability, and wealth. Now, let's talk about the second type of income, and this is where your money starts working for you. It's called portfolio income, and this is money you earn from your investments. We're talking about stocks, ETFs, bonds, crypto, real estate investment trusts, anything that grows in value over time or pays you dividends or interest. There are 2 main ways portfolio income works. 1, capital gains, where you buy low, sell high, and pocket the difference. 2, dividends or interest, where your investments pay you regularly just for owning them. And here's the best part. Unlike earned income, you don't need to be present to make this money. You're not trading hours for dollars, you're trading capital for growth. Let's break it down with an example. Imagine you invest $1,000 into a well-known stock, like Apple. Over the next year, the stock goes up 10%, and you sell it. That's a $100 capital gain, without doing any extra work. Now imagine instead, you put that $1,000 into a dividend-paying stock, and it pays you $40 a year, just for holding it. That's passive income, and if you reinvest those dividends, it compounds over time. Now sure, $40 might not sound like a lot, but imagine you do that every month for years. Investing a few hundred here, 1,000 there. Over time, you're building a portfolio that can eventually produce real income, enough to cover rent, bills, or even retirement. The key here is consistency. You don't need to be a Wall Street genius. You just need to start, stay disciplined, and let time and compounding do the work. Portfolio income is how your money stops being just a paycheck and starts becoming a machine. Next up is the type of income everyone thinks they want, but very few actually understand. Passive income. Now, let's be clear. Passive income does not mean doing nothing and magically getting rich. It means you do the heavy lifting up front, and then the income keeps coming in, even while you sleep, travel, or work on something else. The most common forms of passive income include rental properties, royalties from books, music, or content, online products like courses or ebooks, affiliate marketing, and even automated businesses with systems in place. Here's a simple example. Let's say you create an online course on how to design logos. You spend a few weeks building it, record the lessons, and upload it to a platform like Udemy or Teachable. Once it's live, people start buying it, while you're eating lunch, sleeping, or working on your next project. You're no longer trading time for money. You're earning again and again from work you did once. Or take real estate. You buy a rental property, put a tenant in it, and after covering the mortgage and expenses, you earn $500 a month in profit. That's passive income, and it's income that scales. Get 3 to 4 properties like that, and you've built a solid stream that doesn't depend on a boss or a paycheck. But remember, passive income isn't easy money. It just becomes easy after the setup is done. It takes effort, strategy, and sometimes cash up front. But once it's flowing, it gives you the one thing earned income never can: freedom. Now let's talk about business income, the fourth type and arguably the most scalable of them all. This is income that comes from owning or running a business. Unlike earned income, where you're working for someone else, business income means you're in control. You're building something that can eventually run without you. The beauty of business income is that it can start small, a side hustle, a service, a product, but if you build the right systems, it can grow beyond just your time and effort. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say you start a digital marketing agency from home. At first, you're doing everything, finding clients, managing social media, handling ads. You're working hard, but it's still just earned income disguised as business income. But then over time, you hire a freelancer to handle the ad campaigns. Then you bring on a virtual assistant to manage emails and client reports. Now you've built a system. The business continues to make money even if you're not personally doing all the work. Or imagine you run a YouTube channel like this one. You build an audience, monetize it with ads, brand deals, and digital products. Each video becomes a mini asset that generates income month after month. That's business income in action. It takes time, risk, and patience, but it gives you something earned income never can: leverage. You're no longer limited to how many hours you can work. Your income is tied to the strength of your systems, not your schedule. And the best part? A well-built business can also generate passive income and grow your portfolio at the same time. It's not easy, but it's powerful. And if you're serious about financial freedom, building a business should be part of your long-term strategy. So now you know the four types of income, but here's the question most people ask. Where do I start? The answer is start with what you have and stack from there. Most of us begin with earned income. That's your job, your freelance work, your main source of cash. The goal here isn't to stay stuck in the grind forever. The goal is to use that income to build the others. Here's how you stack it. Step 1. Use part of your earned income to build your portfolio. Even if it's just $100 a month into index funds or dividend stocks, this is your first step toward portfolio income. Step 2. Launch a small side hustle that can evolve into a business. Maybe you start offering a service, like copywriting or web design. Once it's working, scale it into a system. Hire help. Automate. That's how you turn it into business income. Step 3. Turn your skills or assets into something passive. Turn a blog into an ebook, a course into a digital product. Buy a cash-flowing rental property. You've now entered the world of passive income. You don't need to have all four streams in year one, but if you focus on building one at a time and letting each one support the next, you'll create a financial foundation that's nearly impossible to shake. Because here's the truth. One income stream is fragile. 4 makes you bulletproof. So now you know. The people who build lasting wealth don't rely on just one stream of income. They stack it. They start with earned income, then build a portfolio, grow a business, and create streams that keep paying them, even when they sleep. You don't need to be a millionaire to start. You just need a plan and the discipline to take the first step. If this helped you see income differently, hit the like button. Subscribe for more clear, no-fluff financial breakdowns every week. And drop a comment below. Which income stream are you working on right now? Or which one do you want to build next? I read every single one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.